talking about the fight, I'm very excited that I'm going to fight with one of the greatest fighters ever. And I know that I never faced anyone at Bernard's level. And I know that it will be the hardest fight in my life. But I'll do whatever it takes to win this fight. And I'll do everything possible and impossible to get the victory. Thank you.
Thanks everyone, and thanks for welcoming me back to DC. First I'd like to thank Golden Boy Promotion, Al Heyman, and also, the support that I've been having from, a lot of writers for many, many years that seem to run out of ink to write about Bernard Hopkins because I haven't sat down yet. But, like everything happens for a reason. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people don't know who Shumenov is. And I tell them he's a fast, growing and thinking guy that comes to fight and comes to try to win. And in boxing for so many years, that hasn't been seen, because you usually see 30 fights, 20-something fights under the fighter's belt before everybody gets to saying superstar, great fighter, and all these titles. But I'm not feeding into and reading into all that stuff. The only thing I know is the guy signed up to fight. He has something that I need to be the undisputed lightweight champion in the world. He's in a way of that. So, not only he's in a way, I have to use a lot of other things that motivate me more, even more, to be successful come April 19th here in Chocolate City again. But I am blessed to be here through hard work and discipline. And Shumenov will learn from this fight because he's still young. And he still has some experience after this fight. But I'm not playing him cheap, I'm not playing him short. I respect anyone that steps in the ring with Bernard Hopkins, because everyone ain't knocking the door down and get in the ring with me, even at 49. I believe I'm the most feared fighter in the world, or in the last 15, maybe 20 years, in spite of my age. So that is a testimony itself. It's not me bragging or boasting. Love me, hate me, people understand how dangerous I can be to a fighter career going forward after having a date with the alien. So, thanks for coming. Tomorrow, I guess we'll be in New York, and I'm looking to put a great performance on. I'm looking to put something special, because my thing is, you're only good as your last fight. You're only good as your last deal. If you're in DC, you're only good as your last vote. So at the end of the day, this is something that I realize is so important, is that you can remember yesterday, but if you dwell on yesterday, you will never go forward. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. Beibut and his team. Like he said, what can you say about X Factor? When you've been in the game so long, that you outlive your nickname. This guy's been in boxing longer than the execution. The execution is going to the alien came in. That's a bad boy, But it's been an honor and a pleasure to watch him actually culminate into the type of athlete that he is today. And like he said, I say it often, and he says me not to complain about it. But yes, other sports don't understand our sport. And they don't understand that at 30 in boxing is old. That's an old fighter at 30 in boxing. This guy is ancient. I tell people all the time, I say, "You're not fighting soon?" I said, "Yeah, you're fighting neighbors." "How old is he now?" I said, 111. Because it's about all the same, for the athlete. And then I watched him in the gym the other day, and it's remarkable. You have to take yourself out of that place as just a trainer, and you have to search for small things, because you're actually looking at this athlete and realizing how impressive this is. And it's nature, it's just second nature to him. He's just going about his work. You know, the team he's put in place and the guys that have been around him, have all been around him for years, and they're all on board, and we understand what needs to be done. Beibut Shumenov is just an exceptional athlete. You heard this fast pace he's been on, and he's been performing at that pace and successfully. So, and like he said, no one can ever tell you, no trainer, no manager, no promoter, no media, no one can ever tell you what you see when you climb those ropes and you part them, and you look across the ring, and there's not a fighter, which there are in boxing. Then you have fighters who fight well. Then you have champions. Then you have the elite level. Then you have guys that are special. When you look across that ring and you see an absolute legend, no one can tell you what that is. You know, Beibut will find out in April, and then he may be able to pass that on to you guys afterwards. But you have to walk that walk in order to be able to experience it. I hope that we appreciate this guy while he's here. You know, because we're always quick to acknowledge guys after they're not around to be acknowledged. We have the athlete here, he's here, we can let him know that this is a special situation we're in. This press conference in itself, he said history. Every single thing this man does in boxing now is history. Every press conference, every mouthpiece he puts in his mouth, every bottle of water you give, everything he does in this sport now is absolute history. You know, and we're a part of it, you know. And so I'd like to thank everybody for their time and their attention.